Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a really easy DIY. We are going to be making balloon cherries. I guess my dog Walter is making an appearance as well. And this is a really easy DIY, and these are such a great thing to add into a pre-existing balloon garland or just a fun little accessory that you can incorporate into any type of setup that you're doing. So if you're interested in knowing how to make something like this, then go ahead and stick around. I want to preface this by saying that I don't know if this is the right way to make balloon cherries, but it's a way, and it's the way that works for me. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna have some balloon twisters in the comments cringing at how I do this today, but that's okay because I'm not a balloon twister. And if you're also not a balloon twister and you just want an easy, simple DIY that you can do yourself, this is the tutorial for you. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, first let's talk about materials that you're going to need. So you're gonna need two 260 balloons. These are the long, skinny, twister balloons, and you want them in the color that you want your cherry stems to be. I wish that I had green 260 balloons today. Unfortunately, I'm fresh out, so I'm gonna be using silver. You're gonna want two 11-inch balloons in whatever color you want your actual cherries to be. So today I'm using Sempertex Deluxe Merlot. This is an absolutely gorgeous deep red color that's perfect if you're wanting to get kind of that black cherry vibe. But if you want something that's a little bit more vibrant, then you can absolutely use a regular red, a pink, whatever you have on you. The last thing is the thing that I know is going to make some balloon twisters cringe, and that is two of these clear elastics hair ties. That's it. You're gonna need two of those. You will find out what we're using those for in just a little bit, but that's all of the materials that you're going to need outside of obviously a balloon pump. So make sure you have that handy, and let's go ahead and dive into this tutorial. Okay, so the very first thing we're gonna do is prep our 260 balloons. So I'm just getting this nice and stretched out, getting it ready to be inflated. And then I'm going to inflate this about, I would say 6 inches or so. Maybe a little bit more than that. It's totally up to you, but this is what we're gonna use for the stems and the leaves on our cherries. So you're gonna want something that looks kind of like this. I've got lots of tail left in this balloon, and I've got just this little area filled with air. So once you have it the size that you want it to be, you're gonna go ahead and tie that off on the end, and you've got one of these prepped. I'm gonna do the exact same thing to the second 260. So now you should have something like this. It is okay if these aren't the exact same length, if you haven't inflated the exact same amount on both, because all that's gonna mean is that your stems and your leaves are a little bit different sizes, which is actually really beautiful because it's gonna make your cherries look even more realistic. So now with one of your 260s, all you're gonna do is take the side that's inflated, bend it, and then tie the end of it with the end of the inflated part, just in a simple knot. So now you should have something like this. Looks like a U on the top, and then you have all your extra, I don't know, tail from there. And you're gonna do the exact same thing to the second 260. Now once you have both of your 260s prepped, you're just gonna tie these together so that what are going to be our leaves are gonna be right next to each other. So again, just tie them together with a simple knot. And now you have something like this. So you've got your two ends here, and then you have your leaves up here on the top. Now we're ready to prep our 11-inch balloons. So the way that I'm going to inflate these 11-inch balloons is I'm going to overinflate them first, so probably to like, I would say 12 inches. And then once they're overinflated, I'm going to slowly start letting some of the air out until they're down to about 5 inches. And that's so that we keep as much stretch in these balloons as possible, because we're gonna need that when we start molding them into cherries. So this is what our balloon looks like overinflated. Again, this is about 12 inches for our 11-inch balloon. Now I'm going to slowly start letting out the air. And I like to put my hand on one side of the balloon and let out the air until the balloon fits kind of nicely into the palm of my hand. So I would say that's about 5 inches. That's a good size for what we're going for. Don't worry if this looks a little bit wonky, it's not circular, that's okay. You don't need it to be a perfect circular for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and tie off the neck. But the trick here with this neck is that I am going to put that knot as far up the neck as possible, because again, we want to have a lot of extra space here in the neck. So make sure that when you're tying your 11-inch balloons, this is ultimately what they look like. I'm going to do the exact same thing with our other 11-inch balloon. So that's about right for where I want this one to be. Same thing, I'm going to tie this up and make sure that the knot is at the very tip, as far up as we can go on the neck. Now, again, it's also okay if your two balloons aren't the exact same size, because again, that's just going to help enhance the organic nature of the cherries that we're going for. So it doesn't matter if they're perfect, doesn't matter if they match identically, you just wanna make sure that they're about 5 inches inflated and you've got a lot of that extra neck on the top. You can go ahead and put one of those balloons down. I'm gonna hold on to this one balloon here. And I'm gonna take our 260 little project, I'm gonna use one of those ends of the stem, and all I'm gonna do is tie that 260 around the neck of my 11-inch balloon. Again, I'm using just a standard straightforward knot. So now we have something like this. So now this balloon is connected to the top of our cherry stem. You can go ahead and add in the other one now if you'd like. I'll go ahead and do that. So now you've got something like this. These are not very pretty cherries and they don't actually look like cherries. So let's go ahead and change that. This next part is by far the trickiest part of this entire project. And it's not really all that tricky. You just kind of have to practice and you know, kind of get the hang of it. So what I'm gonna do from here, I'm gonna take one of my 11-inch balloons, and where that neck is, I'm going to use my finger and push it all the way into the balloon, all the way to the other side on the bottom of this balloon. And once it's there, I'm gonna use my other hand and I'm gonna pinch that neck or that knot with my fingers. So now this is what the top should look like, and I'm holding that nice and pinched on the bottom. I'm gonna give it a couple good twists. 1, 2, and this is where my handy dandy elastics come in. Now normally, if you really wanted to do this the quote unquote right way, you would use a 260 balloon and wrap it around this knot at the bottom of your cherry, but that is very difficult for me. It feels like every single time I try to do it, I accidentally let go of the knot and then I have to start all over again. So what I've found that for me, using these elastics is a lot easier. So I'm just going to I have that elastic around my fingers. I'm pinching that knot with my fingers as well. And I am just going to start looping that elastic around this knot. I would suggest wrapping it around 4 or 5 times so it's nice and tight and it's not going to go anywhere. And then once you've done that, you can let go. You can reshape your cherry a little bit if you're feeling like it looks kind of wonky. But now you've got yourself one really cute cherry. So let's go ahead and do the exact same thing to the other side. And now you have your finished cherries. These are so easy to incorporate into an existing garland, or if you have a cherry themed party, you can create a whole bunch of these and just put them on a fishing wire, and it makes a really beautiful strand garland for you. I just love these. They're simple, they're delicate, and they're easy to do, and that is really my type of DIY. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can see all the other tutorials and training videos that we have all about balloon design. I will see you in the next one. Bye.